Stressful situations can lead to increased anxiety. Today, in our Sleep Well, Breathe Well series with Advent, Jodi learned her sinus issues were the cause of many other health issues. Here's her story.
I had a myriad of symptoms going on, and I was very frustrated. I had gone through so many Band-Aid approaches and just treating, the here and now and not really going for, having anybody that was interested enough really in treating me fully. I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, ear issues, and neck pain all at once. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point and wanted to reach out to someone new to see if there was any symptom or part of me that could, have some relief. The level of care that I received at Advent really made the experience extraordinary. From the first time I called, the response was so amazing. It was so quick. I was feeling at my worst, and I finally had captured someone's attention that was present, and I really felt like they cared about what was going on with me, with my symptoms. And that theme really went through my whole experience here, from the first encounter at the receptionist desk to my visits on site, through procedure and aftercare. It was absolutely amazing. It made me feel really good that somebody just was there listening. I just felt like I was finally heard. Since the procedure, my quality of life has dramatically improved. So the procedure went well, I was healing, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that. And I would find myself just breathing to breathe to feel just how pure and natural it felt. And just thinking back, like, I can't remember this, how wonderful it felt. And along the way, some of the other things that occurred is just sleeping better, having more energy. But then I had unexpected results. I think I didn't realize how much my neck and jaw and ear was related to that. I started to carry my jaw more naturally. I was breathing with my mouth closed. And it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away. I've not had any issues since. So besides just having that quality of breathing, that energy, my jaw is feeling better. I haven't had any issues with that at all. My hearing is fine too. And on top of all of that, I really feel like it's put me in a more relaxed state. Even when, the times that you get tense and you start to have anxiety, I haven't had any of that. And I really feel it's because I'm breathing clearly and deeper with every breath I take. So it's just been a joy to kind of have those unexpected results as well. I had no clue that was attributed to my sinuses.
Wow. Advent founder and CEO MADAN Kandula joins us now to talk about the connection between breathing and other health issues. Good to see you, doctor.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Jodi's story, wow, right? The fact that she was having the ear, the jaw, the neck, all those pain and symptoms all at once, and she went places, could not find treatment solutions. I would imagine you hear stories like this often.
Yeah, every day. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's the reality for so many of our patients is that unfortunately the healthcare system as it exists outside of our walls doesn't really look to the root cause of a lot of issues. And so for Jodi and others like her, there oftentimes can be sort of root cause issues that lead to multi-facets of symptoms. And if you're just seeing those facets and you don't understand the root cause, oftentimes, almost all the time, those things are dismissed, especially if you're going to a place that doesn't offer those sorts of solutions. So it's kind of this sort of cycle of frustration. And fortunately for Jodi, we were able to get to the bottom of it, provide a simple solution in office and get her back to or onto the life that she's supposed to have.
I love that, the life she's supposed to have. And the fact that she shared that unexpected result of less anxiety, I think is fascinating. And so I wonder if you can explain a little bit more the connection between breathing and sleeping and anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, they're intimately entwined, and so if you don't have anxiety, I can give you anxiety by constricting your breathing triangle, your nose and your throat. And so if somebody has a restriction in those areas, it is no surprise that that would cause anxiety. And yet, most of the time, unless you can find a solution for that restriction, you're just sort of being pushed around by your body and being pushed around by areas that you don't know any better about. So Jodi, like many of our patients, most of our patients don't understand how bad they have it until we can get them, truly out of trouble. And for Jodi, she had a lot of downstream issues that were tied back to that initial domino. And when you take that first domino and you flip it up and you right it, it really can prevent a whole lot of downstream issues, both mental and physical. And Jodi is a perfect example of that.
That was, I mean, I think it's incredible. And before we go, I mean, I've got to ask, just in terms of how often patients are recognizing these life-changing events. She said it's never come back. I mean, that sounds incredible.
It is, and that's great, and that's a wonderful thing. And yeah, I think many folks sort of diminish the impact of the nose and diminish the impact of breathing and that breathing triangle, and don't diminish it. Those areas are real, they're significant. It's easy to kind of sort of put them aside and say, I'll get to it someday, and someday oftentimes never comes. And life is too short, health is too important, and taking that first step is so easy these days, and getting to solution is so easy these days, that there's really no excuse not to take your health into your hands and do something about it.
We have nothing if we don't have our health. I love chatting with you. Good to see you, Doctor.
Good to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Go to adventknows.com. That's how you can schedule online in just 60 seconds. Most insurances are accepted. There is no referral required. There's 5 Milwaukee locations: Wauwatosa, Mequon, Oconomowoc, Oak Creek, and Pleasant Prairie. And then they also have offices in Appleton and in the Chicagoland area as well.